Hello everybody, Sergeant Solge here, and we're back with How to Rust Day 3. If you remember Day 2, we learned how to make the basic starter 2x2 house. Well, today, Day 3, we're going to learn how to make the next starter house, the upgraded 3x3. Now, as you can see, it looks a little different. It's a lot higher for one, and it's got some stuff going on there at the top level, but it also has 2 doors. Now, having 2 doors is very important. I know when TooLegitToQuit built the 2x2 in the last episode, he had 2 doors as well, but we didn't really explain why. So having 2 doors makes it so that when a raiding party is coming through this door, you can actually come out of the other door, come around and flank them, and potentially kill them before they even get through your first room. Now, assuming you don't come down, coming through the very first door, you're going to see airlocks, and nothing but airlocks. This is Rust. This is how you defend yourself on the very basic levels. You have these doors upon doors upon doors upon doors. Because of the design that we had, the 3x3, I decided to fill this entire area with doors and nothing but. To make it look better for the video, I didn't even put the doors in, but you know they're there. Now if you notice, there's no way up in this very first level. It's because it's behind these walls. Now because we're on a modded server, you could always just set your home. I would recommend setting it inside of here. So that way when you teleport in, bam, you've got the way up. As you notice, there's ladders in here. Ladders are normally a really bad thing for Rust, right? Well, not if you use them correctly, and this is the way that TooLegit and I use them. We use ladders to get into our house, and we did it in a way that it made it hard for the raiders to get up. Because normally when you put stairs or something similar to stairs, like the half stair with the triangles and boxes, and you got to jump up, something like that, that's permanent. The raiders can use that to get up too. By doing something like this, if you're getting raided and you're online, you could remove these ladders and it makes it more difficult for them to come up. They're going to have to waste more C4 to go up the 3 levels right there than they would if the stairs were there for them. So, of course, if you're logging off for the night or you're going to gather resources, always break these stairs. The ladders. Always break the ladders because you could get raided while you're running around gathering resources. Just make sure that you're always coming back with wood and cloth, and as you saw before we started, we're in kind of the deserty area, and look, right there, there's hemp. There's our cloth. There's a tree. Bam. Perfect, right? Anyway, let's go back inside. Being them and I can fly, yeah. So from here, we're going to go up, and the easiest way to get onto here is using this triangle floor here. It makes it easier to jump up. You don't have to do it. You don't have to put the 3rd ladder if you think you can jump from that ladder to the floor. It's just a little bit of convenience. Once we get to here, it's another door maze. You have to pick left or right, and then you've got multiple airlocks to go through. And the way that TooLegit and I do it is we like to use multiple stairs in the house so that if someone goes left and they're blowing through doors this way, one of us can come from the right down that stair and come up behind them. Which, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be focused on blowing this door up. They're not worried about someone coming down from this way to shoot them. Or essentially throw a grenade, which is even more fun. But anyway, let's run up the stairs here. We got our main box room. Oh, no, I failed. There we go. Our main box room, our furnaces, they're all labeled real nice. I like to do it like this. Don't judge me. Everything's real nice. We don't have a lot of room. We have enough for 6 boxes in this 3x3. You could squeeze even more if you want to, but it's really up to you. I wouldn't recommend it because you're still in a house that's not very protected. And from this point, you still want to upgrade into a more advanced house, but that'll be in the next video. So from here, we're going to go up this ladder, which, again, this is just the way that TooLegit and I preferred, is using ladders instead of stairs, so that if the raiding party is coming up, you just bust those ladders, and then they're going to have a more difficult time getting up. Or you could remove this floor and then put a ceiling in there, and then there's a good chance they might not ever know that you're up here. If any of your defenses before prevented them from getting up, that's great. If it didn't, you could always bring your best stuff up here and try to hide out, and maybe you'll get lucky. But anyway, on this floor, a lot of people don't like windows because it's a weak point for your house for people to raid in. Yes, that is very true. That's like a stigma from Legacy Rust. Windows were the weakness of your house. But with the new Rust, the Rust 2.0, it's not necessarily always the same. If you want to use windows to have somewhat of a lookout to protect yourself, that's fine. just go ahead and do it. Never leave them wood. Always upgrade them to, at the very least, sheet metal, which is what these are. These are all sheet metal. You can still look out through them, and you can still shoot out and shoot back in. As soon as you upgrade them to armored, they're about half the size, and it's a lot more difficult to shoot through. So when it comes to this base, the starter house upgraded, use sheet metal. It just makes it a lot easier. Up here, you would probably keep a bolt and some ammo. You know, always keep it here just in case someone has to defend. But the reason we have this door here is because we have these triangle floors that are pointed out with signs on them. The signs are basically just so it's easier for you to walk across. That way you don't fall. Now, the signs can be shot out from underneath, of course. They're not very strong because they're normal signs, but they're more for convenience. You don't need them to run across these. The main importance of these triangle floors is so that if someone is down there raiding you, you could literally stand out on the corner of this and shoot down at them. Any direction. Let's say they're going through the door. Come on this one, poke out, bam, 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 got him. They're going through the back of the house now. Okay, we need to go over here. Look, there they are. Bam, 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 bam. Got them. You know, the floors themselves, because there's nothing underneath them, stability-wise, they're a little bit weaker, and the enemy will be shooting up from underneath, which means that their bullets and rockets or whatever they're using will do more damage. But in a defensive standpoint, like, they're really, really important to have. Because if you could stop them from penetrating your walls, simply because you're able to creep out that little bit because of that triangle floor, all the more important and very, very, very useful. But anyway, that's all we got for this. I don't want to call it an intermediate build because it's still pretty basic. It's only a 3x3 and you can't really do too much with it. I mean, you could keep going higher, but you know, it just makes it more difficult for you to get to the top of your base to drop your stuff off. Once you get this base built, you can defend it on the exterior with barricades and walls and, you know, spike traps and stuff like that. Yeah, you could do that, and it wouldn't be too difficult to do it. I didn't put any out here because I wanted to kind of leave that up to you guys as to how you want to do it. Personally, I would probably get the high stone walls and wrap the outside of the base with those walls so that these guys aren't going through the side here. You're kind of forcing them through your doors. Because otherwise, they can blow through a wall here and then just skip all of your airlocks and your maze of doors that you're using in here. Aside from that, around the high walls, I would probably put snap traps so that they can't get really close to it. Snap traps work really great on vanilla as well, because on vanilla, they can put ladders on that wall. Other than that, that's really all I have for this build. It's very, very simple, just a basic 3x3. The next couple episodes of How to Rust, we're going to be going over intermediate and advanced type builds, ones that are more focused towards medium to large size guilds. Eventually, even if you're not a large or a medium guild, you want to move to these types of houses because they're going to be the most defensive when it comes to online and offline raids. And we're going to specialize in offline raids because when me and TooLegit were doing it, we were always offline. There was only the two of us. So we learned quite a few tricks into protecting ourselves with that. But anyway, Sergeant Solj, How to Rust, the basic house upgrade. And if you liked it, let us know in the comments. We'll keep going with this series. And if you didn't like it, let us know why. And if it's a good reason, then, you know, hey, maybe we'll change the next episode to include your reason. And if it's a bad reason, like you're just being a pain in the butt, then sorry, we're just going to keep doing it our way. But anyway, bye-bye! Hello everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a comment. If you'd like to see more great videos from the Sergeant Solj and Private Astro YouTube channel, feel free to click either of the videos on the screen.